Hello all, Catherine Massell here, Ascending Earth Creatrix, Intuitive Energy Healer. Hello, and I hope you are enjoying this beautiful, beautiful week in the dog days of summer. I'm very excited to talk about this topic today because it's something that a lot of people have been asking me about, and I'm feeling it, you're feeling it. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Courtney. I think that it's really important to discuss this topic at this time and shed some light on what's going on for all of us and why it's happening. So I really felt compelled to share some insight around that and to let you know that it is a week before we start Heal Awaken Align Bootcamp. So if you are a spiritual entrepreneur and you like what I'm talking about here and you want to do more work around what it is that I'm bringing to light here today, then this is for you. And this is the last time you'll ever see it at this price of $9.99 for the 6-week bootcamp. But when you invest, that means you get a seat in every future teaching of the Heal Awaken Align 6-week bootcamp. And that means even when it's double the price, you never pay a dime more. So that's why I teach all my classes, and I expect to teach it at least 2 more times before the end of the year, because it's really important to stay ahead as spiritual entrepreneurs of the shifts that are happening and be on the leading edge and stay ahead of the curve of what's happening because of what I'm talking about here right now. So a lot of people are coming to me, a lot of ladies who are existing and even new clients who are coming on board with me at this time are asking things that are revolving around a similar theme. And that is, hey Umar, hey Courtney, that is, why is it that my healing process, things that are coming up for healing, why does it feel like as soon as I'm done healing one thing, or I feel like there are many, many things coming up at once to be healed, why is it when I shift through that and move through that, there's a whole other set of other things that need to be healed and shifted? And there are a couple of very specific reasons around that. So those of us who are spiritual entrepreneurs, not only is everyone is experiencing this in their own way, but those of us who are spiritual entrepreneurs, of us who are way showers, we are light bearers, we are bringing light to the world through our healing gifts and abilities, we are feeling this at a much more accelerated rate. That means that many, many things are coming up at once to be healed, cleared, released, and shifted. So the way, what I talked about yesterday, I talked about the Universal Law of Convergence, which is a law that is coming up into our awareness at this time because we're experiencing new universal laws as we shift and as we ascend. This is one of them. So if you didn't watch my live yesterday about the Universal Law of Convergence, this helps to shed more light on what I'm talking about. That there are many, many things coming up at once to be healed. Finny, lay down. I have a heating guy working on my house, and he's very excited about wanting to keep mommy safe, so he's on patrol. He's a good protector. So your clients, think of it this way, your clients are experiencing up-leveling shifts just as fast as you are. So I want to pose this question to you. What are you doing to meet them where they're at? How are you using the awareness from your own shifts, from your own process that's happening at a really accelerated rate now of healing, release, and shifting, healing, release, and shifting, healing, release, and shifting? How are you using the awareness from your own process of shifting in this way to help them access their expanding potential, not only now, but further on down the road? How are you implementing this expanding awareness that you now have from your own healing experience of your shifts to help you stay on the leading edge of offering your mentorship, your guidance to your clients? How are you doing that? Do you know how to do it? Are you saying, yes, I'm ready to your own healing process of everything that's coming up to the surface now to be healed? Are you saying, yes, I'm ready to heal this, so that you can move on to that place where you are, further on down the road, where you're releasing resistance to this healing process and creating the shifts that you need to embody so that you can be in that place to put your hand forward and bring your clients to where you are. How are you doing that? Are you doing that? How are you bringing your business from 3D into 5D in this way? These are the questions that spiritual entrepreneurs must be able to not only ask themselves, but to answer if we want to continue to operate at master level of offering our services, our programs to our clients, new and existing clients. Because if you think about the level of shifting that is happening for you, how all of the things that are you are being invited to heal, because that is an invitation to heal, all these things that you're being invited to heal at this time, think of your clients that this is happening for them too. Maybe not as at such an accelerated rate as you are, but it is happening fast for them. So if you are not saying, yes, I am ready to your own healing process, and then moving through to the next stages of that, where that takes you, how do you expect to be on the leading edge of offering services, giving packages or programs to clients when they have already done that work? They've already shifted through that. And yet you've just ultimately decided, or that you were finally ready to get to your own healing process and then offer this course and package. And by the time you do, your clients have already moved through that stage. They're already on to what's next. Now, this is not meant to stoke fear in you or panic or worry or anything like that. It is meant to be. If that's your perspective on it, then you need to shift that too. It is an invitation. Just like everything that's coming up for your healing right now is an invitation. You are being invited to shift at an accelerated rate. So that means that you must be willing to heal and say, I am ready. I am making a decision to shift, to release the resistance to shifting. Okay, so a lot of the things that are happening right now around our own healing process, those of us who are spiritual entrepreneurs, is that if it feels like work to you, that means that there is a layer of resistance resonating throughout your energetic being that is telling you, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to heal. I'm not ready to release this. And that's okay. That's okay. Because sometimes those of us who are being called to step up as healers and really embody a much larger next step, we need to go into that place of retreat. And we need to excavate what that resistance is and find out what's there. Because when we put this puzzle piece together, we are then in a better position to offer something much more expansive to our clients right on down the road. Okay? So it's okay if you're in this place, of saying to your clients, or saying to yourself that, I'm not ready. I'm really not ready right now. It's my time to retreat and figure out what this piece of resistance is. Because if it feels like work to you, as I said, this healing process you are being invited to embark upon at this time, if you are not ready to shift it, it's okay. But that doesn't mean that you just get to sit with this and accept it and leave it where it is. That means that you get to retreat. It means that you get to take more time to look at this. Because the time that you give to looking at this and excavating this piece, unraveling why it's there, the fear behind it, the beliefs behind it, the feelings behind it, the karma contracts behind it, the more you take the time to unravel that piece, the better position you will be in later on to offer something really expansive to your clients. So I want you to be okay with that, and I want you to move away from the fear or the panic that I may have stoked in you by saying, you're doing this healing process, but your clients have already moved past that. It's okay. Don't get wrapped up in that. But I want you to understand that everyone is healing and releasing and shifting at such an accelerated rate. You don't have to look much further than what's happening right now in this convergence of celestial events, lending that energy to bringing all of this stuff up that's ready to be healed to the surface right now, right here, really fast. We are looking at so many things to be healed and released right now that it may be overwhelming, but like I said, if it feels like work to you, the only reason it feels like work to you is because there is resistance to you saying, I am ready to heal this. So you're being invited to look at what that is. You're being invited to really excavate that and unravel and deconstruct the fear behind it. Because once you do, you have an incredible piece of the puzzle to move forward, okay? Hi Gil, how do I identify what healing I need? This is something that is an invitation for you at this time for you to look at. When we ask this question, we'll begin to ask, how do I identify what healing I need? You don't need to look at much further than, okay, what are the relationships that I'm having in my life? What do those look like? Because the easiest way we mirror what is happening in the internal world into the external world is with the relationships that we have. So where are you seeing this kind of strife or disconnect or anxiety or conflict with the relationships that you have in your life right now? Where is there adversity? Where are you having confrontation? Where are you having conflict? Start looking right there, okay? Because that will show you something that's going on inside that needs to be healed, that needs to be released, that needs to be reconciled, okay? And when you need help with that, that's the time to hire a good healer. That's the time to hire some light bearer or way shower that you identify with, that you resonate with, okay? So how are you using this awareness then? Let's just say you are able to go into this place of awareness of, okay, this, I'm ready to heal this, I'm ready to shift this, I'm ready to move from this place and onto what's next. I'm ready to take up the petition from the universe, to answer the call to action from the universe, to heal this so that I can move into the next place. I'm ready to do that. Let's say that you are, okay? How do you then take that awareness to help your clients then maintain smooth and joyful up levels with the shifts that they're experiencing? And how do you help them to understand through your own revelations of your own healing process that this is happening faster and faster, okay? How do you get not only yourself to be okay with the fact that this stuff is happening faster and faster? How do you get your clients to be on board with being okay with these shifts happening faster and faster and faster? This is exactly the stuff I'm talking about in Heal Awaken Align Bootcamp. These are the things that we are uncovering, okay? So here's a good analogy that I would like you to understand, that we have chosen to come here. Those of us who are spiritual entrepreneurs, we have chosen to come here at this time to be way showers, to be light bearers, to help guide others into the light, into an expanded awareness, okay? We can only do this through the awareness of things coming up in our own healing journey. That's how we offer something that is unique and special to those clients that resonate with our particular energy, okay? And so in that sense, you know, we move away from this idea of competition, that you're competing for clients, because based on the healing process that we have just come out of, we are going to project, amplify, ripple out a certain resonance that will align with those clients who are ready to go on that healing journey for themselves. So in that sense, there's no competition with other spiritual entrepreneurs or other healers or way showers, other people that are doing this work, maybe offering similar services. We will align specifically with those who are ready to jump on the journey that we just finished with. Okay, so I want to give you a good analogy to help you think about this, and this will hopefully help you lose this idea of competition in working with others who are doing spiritual work, and it may feel like they're offering similar or complementary services to yours, but it can never have the same resonance as what you offer, and here's why. Think of yourself as a healer, spiritual way shower, light bearer, as a comet speeding through space, okay, speeding through the sky. And because we are saying, yes, I am ready to our own healing processes, everything that's coming to the surface to be healed at this time, we are saying, yes, I am ready. We're moving through this process of healing this stuff as it's coming up. And so it's allowing us to release and shift, heal, release and shift, heal, release and shift, one after the other, boom, 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 boom. And like I said, it's only going to feel like work if we are in some resistance to saying, yes, I am ready to heal this, okay? Otherwise, it can be playful. But that's up to you to choose that perspective. I choose that perspective because I came here to play. And the way I show up and play is in my service as a spiritual entrepreneur. And I see that my own healing process, my journey of doing that, is something I committed to, I dedicated myself to, and I agreed to before I even came here, so that I could step into my role as the best healer and way shower I could be. So I choose to be playful with this. So we are moving through this process of heal, release, shift. It allows us, when we say, yes, I am ready, to be like a comet speeding through space. And so this trail that we are leaving behind, this wake that we are leaving behind, leaves a resonance. It leaves tracks. It leaves an imprint, our own energetic signature as an imprint, this trail of healing that we are leaving behind. That is how our clients find us. That is how our clients decide, I'm going to work with Catherine because I resonate with where she just came from. Because believe me, the powerful shifts that are being created through the healing processes that we are agreeing to play with, we are leaving a powerful trail or an energetic imprint behind. That is how our clients are finding us. If you believe that as strongly as I do, then there is no such thing as competition in the kind of work that we do. You're not competing with other spiritual entrepreneurs. You're not competing with other way showers who are offering a program or a package that seems eerily similar to yours, because you have a specific energetic resonance and imprint with what you do, and that is how your clients are uniquely finding you. Okay? Embrace this. Love this. Hear this, not just here. Hear it here. Hear it here. Let this truth, because if you are really listening to this, you will get tingles when I say this. Do you understand? It's going to resonate throughout your whole being, and when you allow this level of truth to vibrate through your whole being, you will adopt behaviors that enforce and validate that. You will adopt beliefs and feelings that will enforce and validate that throughout your everyday life. And certainly in the way that you do business, okay? So think of yourself as this comet. Not only is that an incredibly powerful visual to hold on to when you think of yourself in what you do, but it also helps you to step up in your level of confidence in what you offer. When you are able to have more self-esteem and more confidence in what you offer, you tend to be more declaratory about it. You tend to write posts that embody that truth, that carry that energetic that I'm talking about, your unique resonance, your unique energetic signature imprint. That will come out in the words that you write, in the posts that you create on Facebook and your emails, that will allow those clients to just magnetically be drawn to your resonance, and they will say, I need to work with this person. Okay? Embrace this as truth and allow the shifts to happen. But what's also involved in this is having full recognition of, losing self-deception of, and any self-delusion of the stuff that is coming up to be healed right now. Because this is your invitation from the universe. This is the call to action to be on the leading edge of what you're offering in your services and packages as a healer. Because here is what's really, really happening. Your clients are moving so fast through their own shifts that if you are not willing to do that at a rate that is at as fast or faster than the clients who would be magnetically drawn to you, then what do you have to offer them, really? So the more you say, yes, I am ready, to your own healing processes that are coming up to the surface now in stark relief, okay? So you have these convergence of celestial energies that I'm talking about right now. You've got the blood moon lunar eclipse coming up on the 27th. You have Mercury retrograde on the 26th. And Mercury retrograde is like this, I like to think of it as this dark time of retreat, and that's not a bad thing. It's a reflective time. So you get to see in more stark relief what is coming up to be healed, and you can no longer have self-delusion about this. You can no longer have self-deception about what it is that needs to be healed and released and shifted for you if you want to be on the leading edge of offering services that are in alignment with 5D, a business that is in alignment with 5D. Because many of us who are asking to bring the bigger shifts to our clients are still operating in a 3D paradigm with our businesses. This is simply not something that's going to be energetically supported as we continue our journey of ascent. Please understand this. This is going to create a hiccup in your business and cause the confusion and overwhelm that you may be feeling now at a much more expanded level. It's going to cause those financial hiccups where you're like, Where are all my clients? It's crickets, right? If you don't understand the level of shifts, the high-powered energetic shifts that are happening at an alarmingly accelerated rate right now, you will be left behind in this trail of your own speeding comet, right? You will feel like, here I am on this trajectory, but I feel like I'm not the comet. I feel like I'm in the trail. Does that make sense? So those of you who are joining late, please go back and watch my comet analogy, because it will ring true for you, and it will bring some truth that will vibrate throughout your whole being. So I wanted to get back to what I said earlier about the law of convergence. If you didn't watch that live, I will put the post up for that yesterday. I also put it on my YouTube page and on my podcast. The Universal Law of Convergence. It's one of those laws that are emerging at this time because as we continue our journey of ascent, the universal laws are changing. How can they not? Because the vibration of the earth is shifting, the vibration of the collective is shifting, our individual vibrations are shifting, all of the realms that are within the earth are shifting. So that's going to create a ripple effect through the universe and the multiverses. That means there are new universal laws emerging. One of them is the law of convergence. And so that I talked about yesterday, there's many, many thousands of universal laws, I believe. There's 12 that are really well known, but there are many, many more, and there are more that are emerging now, because as we ascend, these laws are being created, and within them we have the powers to change through these higher vibrations. And we have different laws that will govern what's happening in the universe, if that makes sense. But watch the short video where I talk about it. It makes a lot more sense. But one of the reasons why we are in this place as healers of suffering, meaning we're scratching our heads right now, maybe wondering where the clients are going to come from, where they are coming from right now, or where they're going to come from in the future. We have confusion and overwhelm about where to take our businesses going forward. And we're scratching our heads, and we are in this place of suffering, which is a choice, And the only reason we suffer is because we are not allowing ourselves or giving ourselves permission to make a decision to say, I am ready to heal what is coming up to be healed. I am not only ready to heal, I'm ready to release that, mark that lesson, that karmic lesson, soul lesson, whatever that is, as downloaded and complete, and then allow the next shift to take hold. Literally fill that energetic void that gets created by the healing process with that which I am here to create, with that which I am here to be, with that which I'm here to do and have, okay? When we're in this place of resistance, meaning I'm not ready for whatever reason, we suffer. That is a choice. We are going to experience pain, but that's not necessarily suffering. Suffering is a choice. Pain is going to come. Pain is a lesson. And we can glean so much knowledge from the pain. But if we decide to stay in suffering, we are not downloading the lesson. If we are staying in suffering, we are not marking something downloaded and complete. If we are staying in suffering, we are robbing our future clients from their own healing process. So we have to move out of this place of suffering. And the reason we suffer is because on some level, probably many levels, we are agreeing to be in a state of imbalance with the universal laws. One of the biggest ones for us right now being this universal law of convergence, where everything seems to be coming up to the fore, to the surface, to be healed at once. This is how the law of convergence looks for us as healers right now, that there are many things at once coming up to be healed. It's not just one solitary shift, it's transformation. And how does transformation come? Through understanding that there are healing processes coming up that are touching every aspect of our lives right now. If we are not saying, yes, I am ready to all of these levels, how, ladies and gentlemen, can we expect to be leaders that are up in this place, extending a hand to our clients who are ready to come up to where we are, and give them the tools, the guidance, the mentorship that they are craving so that they can have the transformation that we just had? Please hear this. And if this is making sense to you, Heal Awaken Align Bootcamp, we start next week. These are the things that we are talking about. These are the things that we're unraveling. There are many different things that are coming up at this time around our spiritual businesses that In my estimation, pre-existing spiritual courses just don't cover, because the shifts are happening this fast. And here's the fun part, that when you join up in Heal Awaken Align Bootcamp, you have a seat in every future teaching of it. I hope to teach it, I plan on teaching it twice more this year. So that means with the accelerated shifts that are happening, just think about the things that are going to be happening on a celestial level throughout the rest of the year. A lot. With that is going to come more shifts. With your own healing process, your own excavation process of uncovering more of who you are and what you're here to do. Think about how that's going to project and have a mirror effect in your business. How can it not? So if this is hitting you in all the feels, if this is resonating with where you are at this time, Heal Awaken Align Bootcamp. I'm going to put the link up in here. So if we are agreeing to be in imbalance with the universal laws, particularly the law of convergence, particularly how the law of convergence is showing up in our lives, bringing all these things up to be healed at once, it means that you are saying, I'm not ready to heal. I'm resisting my own healing process. Why is that? You're being invited to look at why this is. If you're not ready to shift through this really, really quickly so that it translates into how you're bringing your clients up to this next healing level, or how you're bringing in their next level of expanding awareness, that's okay. It's okay if you're not ready. But it's not an invitation for you to just sit and marinate in these energies. It's a time to just say, okay, I'm just going to retreat. Because some of us are trying to go full speed ahead in our business, and we want the next level of expansion in our business and whatever, but we're not realizing that the reason we're not shifting in our business is because we're not shifting in here. We're not ready on all levels to heal and release and shift. Does that make sense? Are you guys getting what I'm saying? I sure hope that you are. So I hope that this has found you in a place of your own revelation, your own uncovering, your own excavating of things that are shifting in your life. And I invite you to reflect on what it is that I've said. Maybe watch this live again. I invite you to reflect on your own healing journey, how far you've come. Because sometimes when we look at all the things that we have healed, it gives us the courage to go forth and heal what is next. And we look at how brave we've been at showing up in our own lives to heal what needs to be healed, and we've done it before time and again. When we go ahead and catalog those past experiences, of course someone had to start their lawnmower. It's easier for us to show up and be brave once again to heal this next layer of stuff, so that we can truly move into our power as healers, so we can truly move into our full bore creativity, inspiration, what we're offering. It may feel like, all the things that I'm talking about, if you feel like stymied creatively, if you feel stagnant, like your energy is stagnant or uninspired around what you're doing, what you're offering, maybe it's because the things that I'm talking about here today are true for you right now. I invite you to explore that and reflect. And if you have any questions, please put them here. And if you are interested in Heal Awaken Align Bootcamp, I have 3 spots left and 1 VIP spot available. So the VIP spot is 3 one-hour sessions with me on top of the Heal Awaken Align Bootcamp. That's $2,000. The Heal Awaken Align Bootcamp is $999. But when you join, you have a seat in every future teaching of it, and I'm going to be teaching it twice more this year. And I always add fresh material. We just finished our first round of teaching it. It was really powerful, and I'm adding a whole bunch of new stuff for the next round that begins next Monday, July 30th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. There's 2 live calls a week, 2 live support calls a week on Mondays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. Pacific. There are all kinds of embodiment exercises. We work on mindset, we work on healing the heart, we work on healing old beliefs, where we are stuck in old paradigms and power structures, and how we are framing our business within those rigid confines. It really is this breakout course that I felt inspired to teach, and was really called to teach based on my own healing process and willingness to say, I am ready to heal and release, and I'm ready for what's next. And what was next for me was teaching this course. And it was divinely called. I was divinely called to it. I was divinely inspired and called to teach it. So blessings to you all. Thanks for watching, whether you're watching live or on the replay. I want to wish you just a beautiful day. Bye-bye.